There are some pretty crazy baseball players, guys who use their anger and rage to fuel them while playing. Guys like Max Scherzer, perhaps the biggest psychopath in baseball. When Max Scherzer wants something, he goes a little insane for it, and what he typically wants is to dominate on the pitcher's mound. He's insane, and it's clearly worked out for him as he's become one of the greatest pitchers in baseball history. In this video, we're going to talk about a couple players not named Max Scherzer who are absolute madmen. To start, Chris Sale. This man is one of a kind, on a pitcher's mound, that is. As far as off the field goes, Sale is one of the nicer and more personable guys you'd ever meet and talk to. You'd never expect that he was the kind of man he is while pitching if you just knew who he was off the field. As far as on the field, however, Sale is easily one of the more intimidating presences against hitters. About 6 years ago, Chris Sale's craziness really went public when he was actually sent home on a day he was supposed to start, instead having Matt Albers start in his place. White Sox general manager Rick Hahn explained it as a clubhouse incident, one that was non-physical in nature, but that was also being investigated by the team. Soon after, the baseball world found out what really happened that day for the White Sox to send Sale home from the ballpark instead of starting their ace. He cut up jerseys. Seriously. MLB reporter and insider Ken Rosenthal would report that Sale was not happy and satisfied with the 1976 throwback jerseys the team was supposed to wear that night, claiming that they were uncomfortable. So what did Sale do? He took matters into his own hands and cut them up during batting practice, as he wasn't happy that the White Sox seemed to value PR and jersey sales over winning. With that being said, pieces of the story were kind of confusing, because 1983 jerseys were hanging in front of players' lockers 3.5 hours before the game, and the team didn't take batting practice until after 4 p.m., which was 2 hours before first pitch that night. So it's unclear as to when exactly Sale would have cut up the 76 jerseys. Nonetheless, it happened, and Sale has since just given himself more of a reputation for being insane. During the 2018 World Series, Chris Sale, who was now on the Red Sox, saw his team falling flat. The Red Sox had just lost Game 3 in heartbreaking fashion, getting walked off on and then trailing 4-0 in the middle of Game 4. Sale had had it, so he once again took matters into his own hands, screaming at his teammates in the dugout in between innings to wake up. Nobody seemed to look at him during this, not that they were supposed to, as it was just a big wake-up call, but they were probably all horrified. What did the Red Sox end up doing? Coming back to win that game and the next, outscoring the Dodgers 14-7 the rest of the way and winning the World Series. Chris Sale was the real MVP because he scared his hitters into waking up and finally scoring some damn runs. It will forever be one of the more iconic parts of that 2018 championship run for the Red Sox. There have also been times where Chris Sale loses it in the dugout, like this moment back when he was in Chicago, but we now have another incident that just took place. Sale hasn't pitched this season due to injuries and off-the-field concerns, but he has finally started to make his way back, with Sale throwing some innings with Red Sox minor league affiliates, including Worcester on Wednesday night. After giving up just 1 run in 3 2/3 innings of work, Sale was seen doing this in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I need more guards here. I need more guards here. Get him right.
Now, yes, he did only give up 1 run and strike out 5, but he also walked 5, with the last one being a bases loaded walk to end his outing. He clearly was not happy, and people are going to have different opinions on this. Some may say he's a crybaby and a liability for the Red Sox, but to me, this outburst just shows the kind of competitor that he is. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid to get himself hurt, I'm okay with guys throwing a fit after a bad outing, or at least what they perceived as a bad outing. It shows that they care. For the next guy we'll discuss in this video, we're going to go away from the pitching side of things and go to Cleveland, and there you will find Josh Naylor. Naylor doesn't have as much of a history for being a madman, considering he's 25 years old, has only been in the league for 4 years, and hasn't played more than 94 games in a season. But he has shown, especially this year, that he's talented, and being a borderline psychopath plays into that success. Naylor was never anything that special going into the 2022 season in his split time with the Padres and Indians. But as far as this season goes, Naylor has been really good and one of the best bats in the Guardians lineup. He's hit himself to an OPS above 840, has smoked 11 home runs, driven in 43, hit 13 doubles, and is a spark plug for this Cleveland team. In a game against the White Sox in Chicago in early May, Naylor started to really make a name for himself with his talent, of course, but also his personality. The Guardians were down 8-4 in the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs and the bases loaded for Naylor against all-star closer Liam Hendriks. And what did Naylor do? Take a first pitch 99-mile-an-hour fastball from Hendriks deep into right center field for a grand slam, tying it up at 8 apiece. Amazing, right? He kept his cool rounding the bases, but on his way into the dugout, threw his helmet into the dugout, looking and screaming at a fan who was heckling him. He wasn't done. Skip ahead to the top of the 11th with the 2 teams knotted up at 9 now. Naylor would walk up to the plate with 2 guys on and 2 outs, and the White Sox decided to pitch to him. Not a good idea, because Naylor would smack a 3-run home run into right field. He went even crazier once getting inside the visitors' dugout.
Oh man, look out! Get out of his way! He's a human tornado! Oh my goodness.
That night, Josh Naylor became the first player to record 8+ RBIs in a game in the 8th inning or later since RBI became an official stat in 1920. Naylor has continued to hit well at the plate and in big moments, too, recently hitting a clutch walk-off homer against the Twins. With the Guardians down to their last strike and final breath, down 1 with the tying run on third, Naylor would hit a walk-off 2-run homer to left to win the ball game for Cleveland. And then this happened.
The game of baseball.
This man went and headbutted his own manager Terry Francona, someone who seemed to expect it because he wore a batting helmet. Unreal. Naylor is becoming one of the more exciting players to watch, and I can't wait to see more of his exciting and energized outbursts and big moments. He even has a shirt of himself now that says quote-unquote all the smoke with a picture of him going crazy on it. Let me know who you think is the biggest madman in baseball. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.